Carnival
with Jimsy.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Sweet Carnival. I'm your host, Jim Z. This episode we are on the Carnival Celebration and we have the privilege of staying in the Granddaddy of all suites. The biggest one Carnival offers currently, it's the Excel Presidential Suite. What a fantastic room. I love the space. I'm going to go into a lot of details in this episode. Hopefully it will help you in understanding the room better, maybe making a decision if that's the suite that you would like to book. But before we get into it, I want to invite you to like, subscribe, and reach out via email to me with any questions that you may have that are specific to this type of suite. My email address is sweetcarnival@gmail.com. All right, without further ado, let's get into the amenities to go along with this fantastic room. The stateroom is 17209 on the starboard bow section of the ship. Anytime you're staying in a room up front, you're going to get all those headwinds when the ship's traveling. But in return, it's also usually pretty quiet up there. Now, of course, with every suite, you get your suite amenities, which are above and beyond the standard stateroom amenities. Your standard suite amenities include priority check-in and boarding, early access to your stateroom, priority luggage delivery, 2 large bottles of water, 1 complimentary bag of laundry, guaranteed dining time preference for the main dining room, priority debarkation at ports when arrival is after 9:30 a.m., priority water shuttle or tender from ship to shore, not from the shore to the ship, and priority debarkation at the completion of the cruise. Now, in addition to that, you get exclusive amenities for these Excel class suites, and they include free access to Loft 19 and priority Loft 19 cabana reservations, a dedicated concierge phone line, guaranteed reservations at most specialty restaurants, but you got to let them know 24 hours ahead of time, sparkling wine and a fruit bowl upon arrival, bottomless bubble soft drink package, which is wonderful because that's usually an upcharge, complimentary room service, but regular bar prices apply for all beverages, even if you have the bubbles package or the drinks package. You're better off just going to a bar while you're waiting for your room service to come and bringing it back to your room. Complimentary on-demand movies right there on one of your TVs, binoculars to use during your cruise, complimentary laundry service, and in this case, under the exclusive to Excel class suites, it does not define a limit. Bathrobes to use during your cruise. Sometimes they include slippers also, which you get to keep and take home. Pillow top mattress and soft cozy linens, part of the Carnival Home Signature bedding collection. In addition to all of that, because you are in an Excel Presidential Suite, you have additional amenities. They include access to the thermal suites, the sauna, the thermal bath, the salt sauna, and everything else that's down there, too much to mention. There is a dedicated elevator from floor 17 down to floor 5 that you just leave your room, make a left, make a right a couple steps down, go on into the elevator, go on down, door opens, you're right there at the suites. It's wonderful, easy to use, quick, easy access. In addition, you have access to the Havana areas, including their pool, lounge, and bar. This is also very nice because the only people besides you that have that access are those in Havana rooms. It just feels nice to be included in all access when you have the Presidential Suite. And on top of all of that, you have the complimentary mini bar selection. What I mean by that is your refrigerator cooler in the room is already stocked with sodas and water. No alcohol, which you can consume as you please, and your room steward will replenish it as needed. Okay, so those are all of the amenities. There's a lot that comes with this room. You ready to keep going? Let's shove off. Here's the walk from the nearest stairs and elevator banks to the cabin door. It's a long walk. It takes over a minute. I had to stop and think for a moment as I was putting this together, wondering why this walk was shorter than some past walks on Excel-class ships to rooms up front. But then I remembered that the front of the ship on these decks angles back, therefore every deck you go up, the deck actually gets a little shorter, so the walk would be a little shorter. Are you ready to go in? Here we go. As you can see, it is just gorgeous and plenty of space. Now this couch section here can fold out into a bed, and if you can see up above right there, that's another pull-down bed. So this cabin can sleep in total 5 people. You have a small dining area, which is perfect for when you get room service. Plenty of space for everyone to eat. And then of course you have the wet bar area, a full sink there, working faucet, drain, your cooler refrigerator that I had mentioned earlier, some additional charging stations, and a shelf to keep some items on. You have one of your closets here. It has some pull-down shelves inside, or you can push them up. Depends on if you're going to use it to hang pants and shirts, or you'd rather have the shelving for whatever. All of the doors are slow close. You can see it just kind of closes. You push it almost to the end and it closes by itself. Here, of course, is the bedroom. 2 beds pushed together. Fairly comfortable, although I've had better. This room has a solid door between the 2 of them here. And you have a vanity mirror. Additional USB outlets as well as regular plugs. Reading lights. "55-inch TV in this room, 55-inch TV in the other room." You're safe in this one here. Some pull-out drawers. And the drawers are also slow closed, just like the doors. Now we'll head into the bathroom. By the way, let me show you these bathroom doors. Pocket door. A great bathroom, great size, nice big shower. Has all of these fancy shower heads. You have the wand, you have the wall spray, you have the rainforest spray, all controlled with those 3 buttons there. You turn them right to turn up the pressure, left to turn down the pressure. You push them in and they'll pop back out, turns it on, and then the big knob in the middle is for your temperature setting. So you can have all 3 of those on at the same time. It's a lot of water. It might be a little overwhelming. You have to keep in mind though, the first time you turn any of those on after they've sat for a while, there's going to be cold water left in the pipe. So you may already be in the shower with warm water already spraying on you. You decide to change to one of the other, let's say the sidewall heads, cold water is going to come out at first. Just be aware of that. And there is an individual thermostat temperature control in the bathroom, as well as the bedroom and the main room. All just touch control. Sinks here are great. Of course, you have your towels. You have one on each side. They're both identical, opposite sides. Very handy to have, kind of a his and hers, if you will, if there's just the 2 of you in there. Then there's another one in where the toilet is. So that's actually a third. Though I don't have any experience with 5 people in a cabin like this, it should be good. Then above each of these sinks there is a power outlet. And then if you go out this door, another solid door, you are back at the entrance to the cabin. Don't forget about your keycard light switch control when you enter the room. What I'll often do is use an old hotel key and just leave it in there the entire cruise. Alright, you ready to go out on this balcony? Of course it was a rainy day, but just look at the space you have out here all to yourself. But fear not, I did get some video and some photographs from some sunnier days, which will make this balcony look even better. But one of the things I wanted to point out here was that there are differences in these presidential suite balconies on these Excel class ships. The presidential suite balcony on the Mardi Gras and Jubilee have a windscreen here to protect you from the wind when you open the door coming out of the main room. Here's a photograph from the Mardi Gras showing what I'm talking about. On the Celebration, it's not there. I don't recall noticing on the Mardi Gras or the Celebration if there was a lot of wind when I opened the door or if that divider made any difference. Personally, I like it without the divider. I think it makes the deck look even bigger and more open and one less obstacle to maneuver around when you're going out there. As you can see, there are plenty of loungers and chairs and a big circular daybed, rocking chairs and tables. All of the pillows are cable wired to the chairs, so you don't have to worry about the wind blowing them away. One of the things you do want to be aware of, though, when you have this presidential suite balcony, is that you are not totally private. If you turn around and look up above, you can see Serenity Deck up there, and you can see the people standing there by the railing, and if they want, they can see you as well. Another way you can tell if someone's up there is just look in the glass and see if you can see them in the reflection. I actually went up onto Serenity Deck to videotape and see exactly how much you could see from up there. In this angle, I was stretching on my tiptoes to see as much as I possibly could. Obviously, if you get under the overhang, nobody's going to be able to see you, but just know that you are not totally private out there. You can be seen and you can probably be heard as well. One of the other items you have on your balcony is this outdoor shower, hot and cold water. And you also have a place to hang your towel while you're out there. Okay, and then of course, the cherry on top of this fabulous balcony is that you have your own jacuzzi tub. This tub is going to take about 20 minutes or so to fill up. I think I used about a 2/3 hot water to full-on cold water, because it can get pretty hot. The hot was hot, at least on this cruise. You have your control buttons over here in the corner. You can turn various jets on, and the other one turns the lights on inside the tub. Bubbles coming up through the bottom, on your back, from the sides. It's all over. It feels great. And then, of course, what a view, right? You have your door, which goes back into the bedroom, so we'll go back in that way. These are your light switch controls for outdoors. However, be aware that because you're in the front of the ship, lighting in your room can impact navigation from the bridge, which is just below you. Therefore, a lot of those lights will not work or only be on when you're in port in the evenings. For instance, right behind that circular bed, those are lights, and they light up and they look very nice. I'll show you an example of those from the Mardi Gras, but I've never been able to control them myself. Also, you have this white pedestal here that you see. That is a cooler. You can actually fill it with ice, stick all your beers out there. Maybe if you have room service, bring you a bunch of beer. You just tell them, bring it up, bring a bunch of ice, and fill up my little outdoor cooler, because I'm going to be chilling on my balcony. And one last thing to mention about this awesome balcony is that you have your own dining table out there with 4 seats, and it has, well, kind of like a fireplace. I call it colored smoke. It's the best you're going to get, I think, on a cruise ship as far as a fireplace goes outdoors. It's pretty cool. It's LED lit, multiple colors. You have a controller inside the cabin you can take out there and change the colors or leave it on random. And the smoke comes up and it generates, and it looks pretty cool in color. It's a very nice night effect. That's it. Once again, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jim Z, and if you're looking for me, I can usually be found at the Red Frog with my Bloody Mary in the morning. Just look for the gold stir sticking out of the glass. Until next time, I'm going to leave you with some video from around the ship, and I will see you on deck.